29 tribe deaths in Sudan, deadly virus mutations, Aurora man faces murder charges. Good evening, the time is 9:15. It is Monday, January 26th, and this is Courtney Conroy bringing you your WCCN Hourly News Update, Chicago's most reliable news source. This hour's message is brought to you by our sponsors at Smuckers. With a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. For news around the globe, in Sudan, hospitals in Sudan's West Darfur province Tuesday received at least 29 more bodies, bringing the tally from clashes between Arab and non-Arab tribes to 160 dead. This includes women and children. The violence in the province grew out of a fistfight on Friday in a camp for displaced people in Janina, the capital. This then escalated, lasting until Sunday. Elsewhere in Argentina, a 6.4 magnitude earthquake struck in northwestern Argentina near the border in central Chile, injuring at least 3 people reported on Tuesday. An adult and 2 children were hospitalized in the San Juan province just after the quake hit before midnight on Monday. The shaking caused the collapse of a house, damage to roads and some other buildings in several cities, as well as power and water cuts. And heading back to the States, the race against the virus that causes COVID-19 has taken a new turn. Mutations are rapidly popping up. The longer it takes to vaccinate people, the more likely it is that there's an emerging variant that eludes in current vaccines. The coronavirus is becoming more genetically diverse, and the high rate of new cases is the main reason. Each new infection gives the virus a chance to mutate as it makes copies of itself, threatening to undo the progress made to control the pandemic. And for more news in our nation, hours from inauguration, President-elect Joe Biden paused on what could have been his grand entrance to Washington on Tuesday evening. Instead, a moment of collective grief for Americans was held for the national tragedy of the pandemic. His arrival coincided with the awful news that the U.S. death toll had surpassed 400,000. This is the worst public health crisis in more than a century, a crisis Biden will be charged with controlling. And hitting closer to home, a 20-year-old Aurora man faces first-degree murder charges in connection to a fatal shooting in the city on Friday. Ivan Vales of the 500 block of 7th Avenue has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. His bail was set Tuesday at $1 million. He was arrested early Saturday morning after nearly a 3-hour standoff. Vales is accused of driving a car when someone got out and fired multiple shots, killing 32-year-old Fernando Carpia. And in the Windy City, Chicago will join the rest of Illinois in advancing to the next phase of the state's COVID-19 vaccination program on Monday. This will be opening up inoculations for residents of age 65 years or older and frontline essential workers, including teachers. Meanwhile, Mayor Lori Lightfoot said she hopes indoor dining will soon be allowed at restaurants across Chicago after Governor J.B. Pritzker eased COVID-19 restrictions on the city. Your WCCN Hourly News Update will continue with sports and weather after a brief message from our sponsors. For more than a century, Smuckers has been helping to make family meals more memorable. Smuckers has been making life more fruitful by bringing you delicious fruit spreads and smiles. With more than 40 varieties, from apple butter to classic Concord grape and our ever-popular strawberry preserves, we've got a flavor for just about everyone. Visit our website for inspiration on perfect pairings of your favorite Smuckers snacks. With a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. Moving on to the world of sports, in the NFL, Sarah Thomas will cap her 6th season by becoming the first female to officiate the Super Bowl in history. And in baseball, left-hander Jon Lester and the Washington Nationals have made an agreement in place for a 1-year contract, pending the successful completion of a physical exam. Now for your local WCCN Hourly News forecast. Today we're looking at some heavy snowfall and a chilly low of 28 degrees. Tomorrow we're going to see the same snow and an icy low of 8 degrees. But on a high note, Thursday and Friday we'll see a few peaks of sunshine still in the mid-30s. Looking into this weekend, we're going to get a trend of winter weather with some light flurries. Remember to keep positively progressing through our year. That concludes today's WCCN Hourly News Update, brought to you by our sponsors at Smuckers. With a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. The time is now 9:20, and this is Courtney Conroy signing off and wishing you a safe and spectacular evening.